Guys, it was the opening day of the World Cup. You all had your predictions, and so did we.
Now, before we start, Jez, let's get into the World Cup. Kicks off today. Who's going to win it?
Argentina.
I'm going with a European team. I'm going with Germany. Seven friggin' one! I mean, who does that?
Germany, by the looks of things.
Well, was it Germany or was it Brazil? I mean, they both had a part to play in it. Well, Germany, excellent football. Brazil, shambolic.
Shambolic. Let's just get our heads around this.
I think Brazil got carried away with themselves this World Cup. They hosted the World Cup. They thought they had the best team. They had Neymar. All the hype was about Brazil winning it. And I think they got carried away with that. Yeah. And it was only until they met some proper hardcore opponents, Germany, taught them a lesson. And I don't care what anyone says, Jez, right? Thiago Silva, Neymar, they still would have lost that match. Both of them players could have been playing, and I don't care. They weren't good enough. Germany were better. End of story.
100%. Question for you. Neymar and Silva. Is there a little part of them that is slyly a little bit relieved that they weren't part of the 7-1 drubbing? I'm just saying, from a player's point of view, if that's me, I'm sitting there, Neymar, you know, I'm thinking, there's a part of me that's glad I'm not involved in this. Because he's come out of it looking all right. Let's face it, he's come out of it looking all right.
He ducked out. He ain't got a back injury, he just ducked out at the right time. He saw the Germans, he's like...
Germany are coming, back's gone.
He's like, fucking in Deutsch! Fucking in Deutsch! He was out of there, mate. So, they lose 7-1.
Yeah.
Okay? They've got a chance to save some face to go in the third, fourth place playoff.
Yeah. And
get some dignity back by getting a result.
And a medal. You still come out with a bronze medal.
Yeah. Means nothing, but still. Anyway. They didn't even manage to do that.
No, they didn't. And they were nowhere near managing to do that, to be honest. Guys, are Brazil that bad, or have they just lost the motivation? Because they're getting totally slaughtered. I mean, one newspaper in the Brazilian media give every single player 0 out of 10 for their match statistics for the 7-1. That's harsh. And David Luiz, he's getting absolutely slaughtered. He's a bit like Marmite, this guy, because people either love him or hate him. Which side of the fence do you guys come on? Which side of the fence do you come on?
Well, do you know what? As a player, I mean, I like him, but if I was a manager, I wouldn't know what David Luiz I'm going to get out of him on the pitch. He switches it on occasions. He's not consistent enough.
Yeah, well, we was just... where was we going when we saw him in the airport? We saw him in Heathrow Airport. He had these big headphones on and he was just sort of like dancing through the terminal, and he was in his own little world. And I think he plays like that on the pitch. He's literally in his own world. One day, he'll be the best player on the pitch. Another day, he'll be the absolute worst. I think he's got the potential and the tools to be a great player. But for me, it's up there that there's something not right up there.
Do you know what? What defines a good player and a great player is consistency. And if you look at players like Messi, Ronaldo, they consistently perform at the highest standard, at the highest level.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between someone that's good and someone that's great. And for me, David Luiz is good, but once he gets that consistency, he can become great. If he gets it, some players don't. So, Jez, big question for you.
Yep.
And for you guys, who is your player of the tournament?
Well, there's a few for me. I mean, there's the obvious ones. Obviously, everyone mentions Neymar and Rodriguez. But I'm going to go outside the box with this, because there's a couple of players who have totally stood out to me. Number one is Toni Kroos. He's got the most assists in the whole World Cup. He's on 4, which is more than anyone else.
Yeah. Number
2 is Mascherano. Not only has he made some unbelievable tackles that have basically kept Argentina in it and helped get them to the final, but he has got, this is a surprising one, he's got the highest pass completion rate in the whole of the World Cup out of any player. So he's had a really, really good tournament, a really strong tournament. But the player I'm going to go for is, you know who it is?
Robin.
It's Robin. And there's something people don't realise about Robin. His work rate is literally unbelievable. He has covered more miles than any other player in the whole World Cup. He's covered 79,309 metres in the tournament.
You guys flex the techers, we showcase the techers, and here are the techers. Oh my god.
Loving those techers as always. Now, guys, if you think you can match them techers or even do better, all you need to do is get your clips sent to us. This is the email address, f2freestylers@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing your techers.
Fresh. What I want to know from you guys, and you now, Jez, is who's going to win the next World Cup?
Oh.
Can you think 4 years into the future, young players coming through, can you spot a team, pick them out, and call it 4 years in advance?
Well, England's under-21s have done well in the last tournament. I'm just saying. No, I'm joking. Of course we're not going to win a World Cup. That's ludicrous. But I'm going to say Germany because the way their league's set up now, the way their youth systems are set up, I think that they've got the system. They've got it right.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Two things. One, you can't steal my team. If I say Germany are going to win the World Cup, don't just jump on the bandwagon and call Germany because they're my team.
Listen, bruv, if I ask you who's going to win the World Cup in 4 years' time and you say Argentina, I'm not going to say you're nabbing my team.
Right, ask me who's going to win the World Cup
It's
in 4
a
years.
different tournament.
Ask me who's going to win the World Cup in 4 years'
Who's
time.
going to win the World Cup in 4 years' time?
Germany. Secondly, where's your F2 hat?
I've got it.
That's better. Now stop stealing my teams. So obviously we've filmed this before seeing the finals, so we don't know the score yet. We haven't watched it, and we're going to watch it later on tonight. But if you're watching this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's going to look a bit weird. But I still think Germany are going to win the World Cup. I called it on June 12th, and I'll call it today.
Well, people of the future. One thing's going to happen tonight. Well, it might be yesterday. Oh, it's hard to do this. You're in the future.
I know you don't know when they're going to watch it.
Marty. Something's going to happen. Basically, one of us is going to be wrong.
No. Spin it on the positive. One of us is going to be right. And whatever happens, the F2 is going to win.
Well, there's always F2 ways you can look at things.
That's not your job. You're F2 slick, bro. You're F2 slick. Get in the trainer, isn't it? Listen, he puts it. You what? Get out. So, guys, that's the end of the show, I'm afraid to say. But if this phone was a like, drop the like. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next week.